Dan, it's important to get back to the performances we know we're capable of for the away trip to Notts County tomorrow.
Yeah, no, 100%. We know as a collective we weren't good enough Saturday, and that's been discussed. We've put it to bed. We've worked on what we need to work on, and obviously we've got a really tough game tomorrow at Notts County. So all focus is on that. Listen, lads are in good spirits today, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Exactly that. The lads are in good spirits. But just reflecting back on the last two games, it's been difficult given the fact we haven't scored. What I'm assuming that would have been an important part of training ahead of tomorrow's game.
Yeah, I think that's been a disappointment because as we said the other day, we're one of the highest scorers in the league in the sense of goals taken, opportunities created. So to be the way we have been in the last two games has been disappointing. But you know what? It is what it is. We knew that at some point you're going to hit that little bit of a wall, and it's how we react to it. So yeah, look, we work on it. We don't not work on it ever. We always work on our attacking play, and that's what makes it disappointing at times because we know what the lads are capable of doing and they know what they're capable of doing. So look, at the end of the day, dust ourselves off, get ready to go tomorrow and hopefully take a performance up at Nottingham.
And we spoke about this and we said these games would define our season, and we're probably about halfway through the tough fixture list we have got at the minute, but there's still time to prove things right.
Yeah, look, it's a really tough one because you're talking about season defining and where you're going to be and whatnot. It's really, we alluded to this on Saturday, it's really difficult to kind of group games up, especially how it's ended up becoming. Like we zoned the season off into areas that we thought that this is where we need to pick up points here, we'd like this amount of points this month. With all the cancelled games, it's just come on top of us, and we've got so many games, so many fixtures coming up, and it kind of all that goes out the window because we're actually trying to keep people fit and trying to keep them on the pitch. I mean, I thought we looked really tired Saturday, and talking to a few of the lads on the coach on the way back, and there's an element of fatigue there, and we've just got to try and manage that the best we can, get through this little period. Hopefully we can manage training in the sense of keeping them as fresh as we can, and just roll our sleeves up and get on with it.
I suppose that's mental fatigue as well as physical fatigue as well, with the amount of rearranged games that are coming on.
Yeah, because we highlighted some times in the season where we was going to try and give them a break. I don't mean like they do with international duty and all that kind of stuff. And just a day off here and a day off there, just to let them to refresh. But we can't do it. Even this weekend, we play Tuesday, we play Friday, we play Monday, we play Saturday, and so you're thinking, we could give them a couple of days off there, and you're thinking, well, we can't because we've got a game the next day. We need to make sure we got them in so we know what we're doing, and it's difficult. Listen, I know it's the same for everybody, but it is difficult, and we've got a few injuries and a few knocks and niggles, so it's just managing it all, and there's nothing we can't handle, and we won't come through, but it's just making sure we try and do it in the right way.
Exactly that, and with these times we've had, it's long away games as well. You've had Halifax, you've had, I'm trying to think of other ones as well we've had recently, but more importantly we've got Notts County up on Tuesday.
Yeah, but even that, the following week we go Yeovil, and then not long after that we're Torquay in midweek, and we're Weymouth, and it just seems that the way the fixtures have fallen, it's not been that nice to us, and I actually think even us, we need to take some responsibility for that. There's some games that have been rearranged that I think we need to be stronger and say no, we don't want to play them then. Like we need a break. We need some time to let the lads' legs recover, and I think what sums the season up for me is they expunge the Dover game, and we're the worst affected team by it, because not only do we lose the points, we lose the five goal difference, and it shouldn't affect you, but the lads are devastated about it because a couple of the lads they scored 2 goals in that game, and yeah, it is. It's a bit like, wow, every time we sort of turn a corner, we feel like we're getting kicked in the knees a little bit. But you know what? We take it on the chin, and obviously, as I said, the boys are buzzing. They're looking forward to tomorrow night's game.
Exactly that, and just referring to the Dover game, it's one of arguably our best away performances. 5 goals against a tough team like Dover. Well, statistically or historically as well. Yeah, I mean, at that stage of the season, I think it's our 3rd game in. That stage of the season, it put a real marker down, and it made people. We obviously had no idea what was going to happen, and with COVID and teams deciding they didn't want to finish the league and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's been a tough year in a lot of ways, on and off the field, and we just got to make sure these last 16 games
we put foundations in place. We've got that kind of, I don't like using the word freedom because it means like almost like we're not taking it seriously. We are taking it seriously, but we have got that freedom to start looking at players. People would have noticed we've been changing the team, and yeah, we still want to win games, but we also need to plan for next year. I want to get contracts sorted with players. I want to make sure that we've got a nucleus of a squad that we're going into next season with a clear vision of what we want to do. And it's the first year we've probably been able to do that, with knowing that no matter what happens, even if we lost all 16 games, we can't be relegated. I mean, we're by the way, we're not going to try and do that, but it does enable us to be able to try and build and try and really cement down a philosophy. And I think getting through these next 4 games is crucial, because once it sort of settles down a little bit after that, there's a few weeks where we've only got 1 game that week and players can get the rest. But look, it's quite an exciting time, because we can have a look at a few lads and say, right, okay, is he better in there? We've got hopefully Kin's back very soon. Craig's looking good. So yeah, we're going to finish the season strong.
And of course, for fans, it's good to see what will be here next season when hopefully they can come back into the ground.
Yeah, and look, I think I 100% get the fans want to win games, and that's all that matters. I understand that, and that's all that matters in our dressing room. But there has to be an element of patience with it as well, because we are going to try players out. We are going to look at some players in some different positions, because maybe it hasn't quite worked from where we're going to play. We are going to do that because we've got an opportunity to do it. As the season goes on, we are going to put more youth players in the side to have a look at them. Can they handle the level? That is going to happen, and it might be to our detriment at times with the results. But you know what? I think it's important that with the opportunity that we've got to build, we should definitely take that.
And just a quick note on Craig and Kins, as you mentioned, obviously recovering well. What's the latest on them?
Well, Kins will be in the squad tomorrow.
It's good to hear.
And we're hoping Craig probably, I don't want to put too much pressure, in fact I'm not going to put pressure on it, because we've got an idea in head, but not miles away.
It's good to hear. And just talk about Notts County, obviously they'll be looking to bounce back given the disappointing FA Trophy semi-final defeat on Saturday. Yeah,
look, we managed to get hold of some footage of the game, and they played some great stuff, Notts County, to be honest. The new management team's got in there, you can see a clear philosophy on what they're trying to do, and it was pleasing on the eye, to be honest. But I think you can't take away the resilience that Hornchurch showed. They looked like animals at times, just chasing everything. And I think when you've got that do or die, in the sense of they had nothing to lose to a certain degree, because everyone expected them to get beat, it made it a real entertaining spectacle, to be honest. But look, I don't think it mattered whether Notts County won 5-0, lost 5-0, drew 3, or we lost on penalties. Tomorrow night's going to be a massively tough game, and that manager's going to want to put his authority on it, and that's a tough place to go. And they'll be looking to bounce back for a number of reasons, both that game and of course we beat them here at home earlier in the season. Look, I think we had honours even last season. We lost up there and we beat them here, and hopefully it doesn't repeat itself, because we beat them here, and hopefully we can go up there and get something from the game.
Are you in with a shot? More information below. Click here for the next video, click here to subscribe.